I'm just trying to open my. I'm trying to open this my MS whiteboard. Opening. So last class, we were discussing about it's very unfortunate that we missed our very important or valuable time. I started that system around 15 minutes before, but at a sudden when I went to open my MS whiteboard this write up, it started creating problem. It totally disappeared. Anyway, so last class we were talking about this short run. Already we missed some valuable time, but still I am trying to do it as quickly as possible. So this we discussed it that we can do it in tabular form, graphically, as well as with the help of some equation. We can solve it. In a short run, we were here last time. Suppose here you do not know this value. So what you can do it easily, you can find the value of Q, suppose. You can go on putting the value of Q. Q is the output here. Q is the output. Against Q, you will get the total cost value. Very easily you can calculate it out. Total cost value. When the moment you calculate total cost, dividing total cost by Q, it will give you average cost, because average cost is nothing but total cost divided by Q. So you will get average cost value easily is nothing but total cost divided by Q. Okay, you will get it. Along with that, you will get two other components. One is fixed cost and variable cost, total variable cost. So total fixed cost, you can find it out very easily. Total fixed cost. Total fixed cost is irrespective of Q, level of output, it remains 10. So in each and every case, against each and every value, 1, 2, 3, 4, so and so, it remains always 10, fixed cost. Against total fixed cost, you can find it out average fixed cost value. Average fixed cost is what? Total fixed cost divided by Q. Very easily you can find it out. Similarly, you can find it out TBC, total variable cost, this portion. An equation for TBC is this, already you know. And what is ABC? ABC is TBC by Q. In this case, equation will be 6 minus 0.9 Q plus 0.05 Q square. This will be the ABC value. So you can find it out ABC value also. Okay. In that way, you will get different values. Along with that, I'm writing it here. It is supposed to be right here. You can write another important variable. That is your, I'm writing it here. That is your, say, marginal cost. So MC is what? MC is first order derivative of total cost divided by dq. So against this different value of q, you will get this one. MC value in this case, marginal cost value will be 6. Your equation will be 6 minus 0.9. Sorry, making a mistake. You are going for first order derivative. So this is 0. 6 minus 1.8. 6 minus 1.8 Q plus 0.15 Q square. This will be the equation for MC. This will be the equation for your marginal cost here. Okay, this will be the equation. So for marginal cost also you will get these values. Okay, against different value of Q, you will get this marginal cost value. You will get it here. And what is marginal cost? It is the cost, minimal cost you need to incur because of producing one additional unit of a particular product. Suppose you are producing 100 unit. For 100 unit, your cost is, total cost is, suppose 1000 rupees. Then you produce one additional unit, 101 unit. So the additional cost, because of producing one additional unit, your cost will go up maybe by 15 rupees, suppose. Then the marginal cost for 101st unit is 15 rupees. So it is the change in total cost divided by DQ. In this case, DQ is 1, 101 minus 100. So DQ is 1, and change in total cost is 1015 minus 1000. It is 15. So 15 by 1 is this one. Just like marginal utility concept. In case of marginal utility, the additional utility you generate because of consumption of one additional unit. In this case, it is the additional cost you incur because of producing one additional unit of a particular product. But as such, the meaning of marginal cost is for a small increase in your production, very small, maybe by 1 unit, what will be the additional cost? So here, be careful with these two equations, because students usually make mistake here. This is the ABC, this is MC. What mistake I am telling you? Suppose I am asking you to calculate ABC, students are calculating AC. AC means what? Average cost, means dividing everything by Q. They are supposed to divide only variable cost component in short run. Be careful. So in a tabular form, you will find it. If these values, if you plot it in a graph paper, I'm quickly showing you. In a graph paper, suppose you are plotting it. Suppose I am starting with fixed cost. This side is Q. This side is suppose total fixed cost. Total fixed cost. Total fixed cost, what you are getting it? Irrespective of level of output, fixed cost is 10. You are getting it 10, each and every case in equation. Got it. So more or less, what kind of relationship you will get? Irrespective of level of output, you will getting a straight line. This is your total fixed cost. What is average cost? If you increase Q, AFC is what? Average fixed cost. TFC divided by Q. So the moment Q increase, usually it will decrease. It will go on decreasing. What will be the relationship with variable cost? If you plot those values, you will get it. TVC, suppose, total variable cost. So more or less, you get a something like this. TVC, total variable cost. What is ABC? TVC by Q. TVC by Q means, suppose you identify 3 points here. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C. Suppose this is M. What is ABC? ABC at A, AM divided by OM. AM divided by OM means what? Slope of the line OA. So if you plot this ABC value here, suppose this is ABC. So here at A point A, ABC is slope of the line OA. You will get some value. Suppose hypothetically, I assume that you are getting it here, some value. At B, slope of the line OB. Similarly, you draw a perpendicular, you will get it, slope of the line OB. So OB is, slope is less than A, OA. At B, slope of the line OB is less than slope of the line OA. So you are getting a value, little bit lower value. At C, slope increase. Slope increase in comparison to B. So you are getting a value somewhere, suppose here. Suppose here. So if you join these points, you are getting a line, something like that. This is called your ABC. You can do it very easily from this equation. You can do it very easily from this equation. ABC also you are getting an equation, or here. You can easily calculate it. MC you can do it here. You can write it here. Although space was not there, I thought that I will not be able to write. You can write it. Sorry. Or you can write. You can even MC you can write it here. You will get all these MC because someone may miss it again here when you see the record. MC you can calculate it out. It is explained it here. So in this case, what you are getting is ABC is getting in this way. And what is your total cost? What is your total cost? Total cost is nothing but TFC minus plus TVC. Summation of this fixed cost and variable cost. You already know. This total cost. Here also it is written. Total cost is TFC plus TVC. Fixed cost plus variable cost. So what we are doing it here, TVC and TFC. It starts from 0, but when we add here fixed cost component 10, it will start from 10. But more or less it will have the same shape. So in that way, what you will get it for total cost, if you draw a curve, more or less same shape. But what happens? It will start from here. This might be representing your fixed cost component in short run, 10. And this is your total cost. And accordingly, here also, you will have your AC, average cost. You are getting a shape of curve similar to this one. This diagram is not good, but anyway, something like that. You are getting it. Okay, so if you plot and marginal cost, suppose marginal cost, how you calculate marginal cost? Suppose it's 3 points. Marginal point, how you calculate? First order derivative. First order derivative means draw a tangent and slope of this tangent will give you the marginal cost value. So if you plot all these curves together, suppose you are plotting all these curves together. Just a minute. If you plot all these curves together, suppose I am plotting it here. This side is output, and this side is I'm plotting this average cost and other things. So my average cost will be something like this. This is average cost. This will be my average variable cost, ABC. Because ABC will have your minimum point before this one. Because here fixed cost component is added, because of that it went up in that way. Then your average, sorry, I should have, okay, let me use a different color here. Let me use a different color for ABC. Suppose something like that, or Then what is that AFC? Suppose average fixed cost. Average fixed cost is decreasing along with increasing in. What is your MC? MC curve would be something like this. In that way. It will be something like this. Marginal cost curve. The diagram is not very good, but more or less you will get a curve something like this. More or less you are getting a curve something like that. In that way you are getting. Okay. You are getting a curve something like this. System is getting problem. Something like that. Okay. Now, you might be thinking that, okay, withdraw it. You can plot it in a graph paper and you will get more or less this kind of shape curve. Okay. Now the case here is, you might be thinking that because there is a way to prove it very easily, whether the way we are drawing it, whether it is right or not. So I'm giving you some way how to do it quickly. Yes, time is very less. Suppose I am interested to see, suppose equation is not in front of me, I am interested to see the relationship between, say, marginal cost and average cost. So as we know, marginal cost is first order derivative of total cost. We know it. First order derivative of total cost. We know it. And what we also know, total cost, sorry, what we also know, your average cost, because we are interested to see the relationship between marginal cost and average cost. Here marginal cost component is there, but total cost is, average cost is not there. Instead of that, total cost is there. This total cost we are interested to express in terms of average cost. How? Because average cost is nothing but total cost divided by Q. So total cost is AC into Q. So that we are writing it. So MC equal to D AC into Q by DQ. Or if you simplify it, it will be AC plus Q DAC by DQ. If you bring it DAC by DQ here, DAC by left side by DQ equal to, it will be 1 by Q into MC minus AC. Now three possibilities are there because we do not know the values of MC or AC. Equation is not in front of me. If equation is there, very easily I can solve it. But if equation is not there, three possibilities may be there. One possibility may be that AC value of average cost is more than MC. Then what will happen? AC is more than MC. This is a negative value. Negative means whole right hand side will be negative value. It may be any value, but it will be negative. And what is left hand side? Left hand side represents first order derivative of AC curve, average cost curve. Average cost curve first order derivative means its slope. So slope is negative. When AC is more than MC, DAC by DQ is equal to or is negative. Slope is negative. You see here, up to this portion, or you can say here, up to this portion, what is happening? Up to this portion, average cost is negative because here AC value is higher than MC value. Anywhere up to this point, you can see here, this is your MC value. This is your MC value. Okay. This MC value. This MC value is more than your MC value is less than average cost value. Means AC is more than MC. The moment AC is more than MC, what is happening here? AC value is, AC curve is negative. AC slope of AC curve is negative. Second possibility is that it's creating problem. Anyway, second possibility is at this particular point. Second possibility is that AC is equal to MC. Then what will happen? dAc by dQ will be 0. Then slope is 0. At this particular point, you see MC value and AC value is equal. MC value and AC value is equal means slope is 0, because this is the minimum point. Minimum point means slope of AC curve is 0. In any minimum point or maximum point, you know slope is always 0. So here slope of AC curve is 0 at this minimum point. And beyond that point, what is happening? Third possibility, AC is less than MC. And what is happening? Slope of AC is slope. This one divided by dQ is say positive. You are getting a positive value. Beyond this point, what is happening? You see our relationship. MC is higher than AC, or MC is less than MC. AC is less than MC. So when MC's value is more than AC, this is a positive value. Ultimately, entire value will be a positive value. And this is happening here. After that one, MC curve cut your average cost curve. So MC is for a different level of Q. Any value of Q, MC value is more than AC. And ultimately, what is happening immediately? Your AC curve becoming positively slope. Beyond that one, AC is positive. Yeah. So these are three possibilities. And the way we are drawing it is okay. It is correct. And what conclusion you can draw from here? That MC curve cut your average cost curve from below at its minimum point. MC curve cut your average cost curve from below at its minimum point. Okay. Now another explanation is there. Now you see here another explanation. Our equation was Q equal to, sorry, our equation was total cost equal to 10 plus 6Q minus 0.9 Q square plus 0.05 Q to the power 3 cubic cost. So here another component you may find, that is your, suppose say here, suppose ABC, you consider ABC. Critical value of output with respect to ABC, suppose. Critical value. Critical value. Critical value of output, critical value of Q. Critical value of output means Q is the output. Critical value of Q with respect to ABC will be that value where ABC is minimum. This is that value, means if I ask you, find it out the critical value of output using that equation, finding out the critical value of output means Q1 where ABC is minimum. So in a fraction of second, you should be in a position to calculate it out. Like in which way? You know, here if the equation is like this one, suppose first you find it out what is ABC. Different way you can calculate it out, but one way may be find it out the ABC value. What is ABC from this equation? ABC is, you already know, 6 minus 0.9 Q plus 0.05 Q square. This is ABC. Now At minimum point, slope of ABC is 0. So what you make it dABC at for critical value of output dABC by dQ is equal to 0 because this is the minimum point. So here, if you go for this one, then what will happen ultimately? Minus 0.9 plus 0.1 Q is equal to 0. This will give you Q equal to 9. So when you produce 9 unit of output, your ABC will be minimum. Your ABC will be minimum. Similarly, for AC also you can find it out. This is one. Anyway, as time is very, very less, I am just quickly going to your long run situation. Quickly, just to graphically, I am just explaining it. Long run. So what is happening in long run? Long run is an aggregation of, you can say, suppose long run, all inputs are variable, you know. So accordingly, all costs are also variable in long run. Suppose you are considering, say, 5-year production process. So I am producing for 5 years, suppose. And 5-year you are considering is a long run, suppose. So 5-year may be an aggregation of 5 production cycle. It may be more also. Suppose I assume that each and every production cycle is 1 year. So 5-year may be an aggregation of 5 different production cycles. For first year, my total cost curve, short run total cost curve is 1. This is total cost curve which starts from here. This side is Q. Okay. Second year, I expanded my level of output little bit. This is STC 2, second year. Third year again, you further increase it. STC 3. You can go on in that way. STC 4. So and so. Corresponding to all these values, you will get average cost curve also. Corresponding to all these values, you will get your average cost curve also. Suppose you are drawing it here. So here, first year, you are getting, suppose you are getting a cost curve somewhere here. Second year, as you expanded your level of output, you produce it here. Third year again, you produce it here. Fourth year, suppose you produce it here. So ideally, you try to produce here. But when you start a business very first year, it may happen that your average cost means short run average cost. This is for first year. This is for SSC. This is for second year. This is suppose SSC for third year. SSC for fourth year. In that way, ideally, you try to produce at minimum point so that your average cost of production is less. But when you started the business, very first year, it may happen that you could not manage even all the raw material. You hire a building is there, you purchase a machine also, but some of your sufficient raw material was not there. Suppose you require 15 labor, you got only 5 labor in labor market. So inefficiency may be there with respect to different inputs. Because of that, your average cost of production may be quite high in first year. Because when you start a business, you do not know. Benchmark is not there. You do not know. From your experience, you are learning. So very first year, you produce it here somewhere. Second year, you rectify some of your mistakes. Suppose you realize that no, 5 labor will not be sufficient to handle my production activity. So you recruited maybe 5 more labor. Raw material also somehow you manage it little bit more. So in that way, you are expanding your activity, production activity. When you are expanding it, some of your inputs are becoming better and better utilized. For example, your machine. First year, sufficient raw material was not there. Machine was underutilized. The room which you hired for a large production, first year only very small production. So might be building was underutilized. Only a small portion is utilized. So second year, you rectify some of your realization, you realize and you rectify some of your problem. You brought more efficiency. So you produce it here. Third year, I assume that suppose you bring it further efficiency. You produce it here. Fourth year, what happened? Instead of, suppose your optimal requirement of labor for your industrial setup is suppose 15. But you do not know this is my optimal level. You are learning from your experience. So what happened? You recruited 20 labor instead of 15. Average cost of production may even go up also. You may produce might be in positively slope portion also. This is one possibility I'm telling you. So if you consider all together all these 4 years, suppose first year here, second year here, third year, fourth year, and join those values or those points, say join those points, you are getting a line. This diagram is not very good, but in that way you are getting a line, suppose. Okay. This curve will not come below this SSC. SSC will not come below this one. It will not come. It will not come below this line. Means your SSC is something like, suppose SSC is something like this. SSC suppose is something like that. Okay. SSC is something like that in that way, suppose. So in that way we are getting it. This line is called your long run average cost curve, LAC. And this is also coming from your, because here ultimately you are getting, you can very easily draw your short run average cost curve, a long run total cost curve. So you can even get it here also. Still system is working. I do not know what is going on. Say still you may get it in the, may go on. You can draw it a little bit carefully, you will get it. So this is also called your long run average cost curve, or it is also called your envelope curve. Means just like an envelope, inside this long run average cost curve, so many short run cost curves are. But remember, if totality, if you consider what is happening, you started a business for 5 years, 6 years, 10, 20 years, whatever it is. Very first year, because of inefficiency, you are producing somewhere here, suppose. Second year, you expanded your level of output and brought more efficiency also. When you expanded your level of output, ultimately your average cost of production decreased further. Your average cost of production decreased further. Here, you produce average cost of production, you move a little bit closer to minimum point. Minimum point is supposed to be. Third year again, you produce it. Fourth year, this is a possibility that you produce it overall. In between also, you can draw so many years. It's a symbol. Now the issue here is, can you really produce in positively sloped portion? It's almost impossible. Can you really produce it in minimum point? Almost impossible. Why? The moment you say that I am producing at minimum point, my average cost of production is minimum. Long run situation, suppose I adjusted production and I'm bringing it down, and my average cost of production is at minimum point. Then no one will say that, no one will believe you, because the moment you say that my average cost of production is minimum, means indirectly you are claiming that you reach maximum efficiency. There is no further scope to reduce it. But if you think about any production activity, any activity, always there is a scope to bring efficiency. Say for example, I was giving you some example of producing something and hiring labor. So ultimately I identified that 15 is the optimal level of labor. I identified, suppose. then also there is a scope to bring efficiency maybe related to labor. If you talk about labor efficiency, I will bring here maybe your soft skill, like how to motivate labor. I am trying to motivate labor so that they are giving more than 100%. So in that way, you can argue in that way that there is always a scope to bring your efficiency more. So I'm producing something right now. I'm just carrying my uh, using manual labor. I'm carrying my say raw material from my warehouse to my production unit. Then I saw that no, this is time taking. I arrange a trolley. I arrange a trolley. With this trolley, I started bringing more quantity of raw material together. Later on, I realized that no, my production is so large, so I built a conveyor belt in between my production unit and your your warehouse. So automatically it become fully machine operated. So there are n number of ways we can bring efficiency. When there is a efficiency scope to bring more efficiency, so basically you are producing only in negatively sloped portion. Always you are producing negatively sloped portion. Okay, last 1 minute. So because of that, this is a traditional cost concept. But what is happening in modern cost concept? In modern cost concept, even people are not that much bothered about. Suppose I am a producer. I am a producer. What I am doing is I am trying to initially I am trying to bring my average cost of production as low as possible. Okay, but I am not that much crazy to bring it to reach at minimum point. Suppose minimum point is here. Suppose in normal situation it is supposed to be a point like this. I'm trying, but I'm not that much crazy to bring it here. Up to this point, I suppose brought it. After that, I am trying to prefer my production, maintaining that minimal cost. I am trying to produce it here. I am ignoring this portion because if I try too much, I can bring it here. I can reduce little bit my average cost of production. Suppose short run average cost. Suppose short run average, I can bring it little bit less low, but instead of that one, I am more interested to maintain that minimum cost here, and as per my wish I can expand or I can reduce my level of output. This is level of output, and this is called your reserve capacity. This is called your reserve capacity. This reserve capacity help you because many a times your products are seasonal in nature. Sometimes there is a demand, more demand for your product in market, sometimes less. Sometimes there may be fire broke out in your factory. How will you compensate that loss, production loss? When you have this kind of reserve capacity, suppose Q1 and Q2, as per your wish, maintaining a minimal cost, you can expand or you can reduce your level of output as per your wish. Then it will help you to maintain a continuous supply chain. And that is very, very important here. Anyway, I am leaving you here. I could not discuss it because of time. Very valuable time I lost it. I am having actually another class. This is my difficulty from 9. It's hardly 1 minute left. In case you have any question, you can quickly, maybe 1 or 2 question I can answer. In case you have, but this is my last class. In case you have any question, you can ask me quickly. Your coverage for this next test will be up to here only. Not modern cost concept, at least traditional cost concept. I'm downloading the attendance.